Hi guys, hope you're all well. Today I want to talk about supplements and what I think's good, what I think's not, and just the truth about it really. I also want to kind of cover the supplements I take, so let's get straight into it. Now the supplement industry has become one of the largest ones in the world, and it's like a multi-billion-dollar industry, and it's really thriving at the moment because health and fitness has become so big in itself. Naturally the supplement industry has grown with it. While supplements can help you achieve certain goals and better your performances and things like that, there are also quite a few negatives to them, and there's also a shadier, darker side to the industry that not many people kind of know about, but I'll leave that for another day. The questions I get asked the most are along the lines of what supplements I take, what supplements other people should take, what you should be taking to achieve certain goals, etc, etc. So I thought I'd make a video to kind of cover all of that now. So before I get into specifics, let me just say one thing. Supplements are supplements. They should be taken in conjunction with an already healthy lifestyle and an already healthy diet. By no means should you be replacing meals or anything else with these things that you can buy in the shops. The ones I get mainly asked about are protein, creatine, fat burners and mass gainers. So I'm going to break them all down for you and tell you what's good about them, what's not. So let's start with protein. Protein is needed to build muscle. It's also needed for fat loss because it makes you feel more satiated. In other words, it makes you feel more full up, so you end up eating a little bit less, dropping your calorie count there, and therefore burning a bit more fat. Now where people go wrong is they either take too much protein or they take the wrong type of protein. I mean, the market is flooded with them at the moment, and there's so many to choose from. You get protein bars, whey protein, casein protein, isolates, all sorts. I personally used to use whey protein, which I kind of stay away from now. Mainly because you have to understand these things are all made in labs, they're not natural. Sure, they might be coming from natural products, but at the end of the day they're all made in labs and they're mixed with all these other chemicals and products, and they're just not good for your health overall. So what I tend to do is I still do supplement protein when I need it, but I tend to take a more plant-based and organic protein, which I'll show you later on. But yeah, these things are made in labs, and I'm very health conscious myself, and I think one of the reasons why I did get sick in the first place was because I was putting all these things into my body which I didn't really understand. When I looked into them a lot more, I realised I was putting a lot of crap into me, lots of chemicals and all sorts, and it's not something you really want in you if you're health conscious, and in my case I ended up getting cancer, and it's not something that I want. Now, I'm not saying that these protein shakes do give you cancer, but they are very toxic to your body and your body doesn't really like them. So apart from that, people do also take too much protein. A good amount to take is about half a gram to a gram per pound of your body weight in a day, not in one sitting. So although protein is needed, and especially if you are very active and live a healthy lifestyle and you are exercising a lot, etc., make sure you're kind of taking the right kinds of protein. Next, I want to move on to creatine. Now creatine is probably one of the most tested and talked about products on the market, and it has been for years. The good thing behind it is that it does have a lot of studies done on it, so we do know quite a bit about it. Creatine is basically what your body uses for energy. When you're doing an exercise, for example lifting some sort of weights, your body needs a quick burst of energy, it needs to be able to lift that weight up, so it uses the creatine in your body. Now our bodies naturally do make creatine, but we only make small amounts. When you're doing very intense workouts, sometimes you do need a bit more, and this is why people supplement creatine. When you take these creatine supplements, they are stored in your muscles, and then when you go to do your weightlifting, your body has them there ready to use, and it starts using them and firing off straight away. The theory is the more creatine you have, the more energy your body can produce, so you might be able to possibly get an extra 1 or 2 reps out on a set that you previously might not have done. It is something I've used in the past myself, and I did see good results from it. I think it did work for me. Some people aren't responsive to creatine, so it might not work for you. The only downside to it is that I have found, again, one, it's made in a lab, so it's not natural, and 2, it really increased my liver function. So where I get blood tested quite regularly after having my cancer and my chemotherapy, one of the things they always check is my liver profile. And when I stopped taking creatine, obviously during my chemotherapy, it kind of all settled. Obviously the chemo made my liver activity go really high, but then once I finished the chemo and I started exercising again, my activity came back down to its baseline. Then I started supplementing creatine again, and it kind of went back up. So the next blood test I had, they were a bit shocked as to why my liver was so active, and I couldn't work it out myself either. And then it was only after a few checkups down the line I thought, to be honest, the only thing I've really changed over the last few months is supplementing creatine. So I thought, let me try and stop. I just stopped taking it one day, and I didn't take it, and I went to my next checkup, and surprise, surprise, my liver activity was fine again. So in me, I find that the creatine actually makes my liver work too much. It's overactive when I take creatine, because it's probably processing it all. So I personally don't take it anymore. The thing is, most normal people wouldn't be getting blood tests regularly, so you would never know. So just be a bit careful with it is all I'd say. Right, so I've saved the two best for last, fat burners and mass gainers. Let's start with mass gainers. These are supplements people take when they are trying to gain muscle, or they're trying to put size on and they want more mass to them. Usually it's taken by the type of person who has a very high metabolism, and no matter how much they eat, they just stay skinny and they can't put any weight on. I have never agreed with mass gainers. It's not a supplement I've ever used, but being in the industry for a while, I've kind of seen the effects of it, and I know what they kind of do and what they have in them. I've done my own research on them. The only thing is I've never taken them, purely because I've never agreed with them. I don't think you need a mass gainer. Eat food, right? If you're trying to gain weight, just eat more. You don't need to have this shake that has 2,000 calories in it, full of absolute crap, that's doing no good to you. Usually most of them, yeah, they are high in calories, but they're full of sugar and other rubbish that you don't need in your body. You can get everything from food, and that should be your main source. So if you want to take a mass gainer, that's entirely up to you, but all I would say is try eating more first. If you're literally eating to the point where you physically can't put any more food into your stomach and you're still not gaining weight, then maybe think about it, but I definitely wouldn't recommend them. I don't think they're good for your health. I don't think they're good in terms of the ingredients, most of them, and I just think there's no real replacement for food. Right, so now I've saved the best for last, fat burners. Now, anyone who knows me knows I'm hugely against these products. I don't think you should be taking anything that claims to make you lose fat. I have taken fat burners in the past myself, and not a single one of them has worked for me. The only thing that has worked for me is a good diet, good nutrition and good exercise. Literally, that is the key to fat loss. I'll be making a video on that separately, but please do not take anything that claims to make you lose fat. No fat burners. No, don't take appetite suppressants. You don't need those. When you can go to a pharmacy now and you'll see a whole section with things that help you lose weight. You don't want to do it that way, and half of them don't even work. When your body is telling you that it's hungry, it's a signal. It's telling you, I need something in me, I need some sort of food. When you have something like an appetite suppressant, why would you turn off your body's natural signals? It just doesn't make sense to me. And the fact that these people, I'm going to try and not to turn this into a rant, but it just really annoys me when people take these products and they swear by them and they promote them, and I hate the fact that companies promote these things and they're really targeting the vulnerable people. They're targeting the people that don't have the knowledge and don't know how to go about it and are insecure maybe about their weight. It's just a horrible thing. I'm really just against it. So I don't want to talk too much about it, but please stay away from fat burners, stay away from appetite suppressants, stay away from all this rubbish. It's crap. Honestly, exercise well, eat well, you'll be fine. So now that I've covered all of those, I just want to talk about the supplements I take. I honestly don't take too much, and the stuff I do take is more health rather than looking good, if that makes sense. I'll start with the protein shake I take. So I use a protein shake by a company called Sun Warrior. It's one that I came across after my chemotherapy and stuff, and it's actually quite good. It's a little bit expensive, but it's worth what it is. It's a plant-based protein, and all the ingredients in it are organic, and you really just can't go wrong with it. It doesn't taste too bad. I mean, I've had other plant-based proteins before and organic ones, and they've kind of just always been a bit grainy, or they've tasted horrible. But the Sun Warrior one, I use the chocolate one. It doesn't actually taste that bad, and the actual profile of it is great. You get the amount of protein, the amino acids, everything's in there. And it's just natural, and it's something I like, and my body agrees with it a lot more than whey, so definitely check it out. So another supplement I use is CBD oil. I've got one, it comes in like this little bottle with a little pipette and a dripper, and I'm a big advocate of CBD oil. I've made posts about it on my Instagram. The health benefits of it are amazing. CBD oil is basically derived from hemp or marijuana, and it's got no THC in it, so don't worry, you won't get high. It's literally just taken the beneficial parts of the plant, and it comes in this oil form. You can get it in other forms. This one you drip under your tongue a few times and just keep it there for a minute, and it enters your bloodstream, and it just kind of helps me in terms of it. I find like it helps me relax, it puts me in a better mood. I also take it because cannabis has been found to have lots of anti-cancer properties, so I kind of take it for that as well. And just general health, I mean, there's so many health benefits to it. Like I said, I've done so many posts on Instagram in the past. If you were to Google it, I'm sure you'd find loads, but definitely check it out. CBD oil is literally one of my favourite supplements to take. Now, another one that I take daily without fail is turmeric. Now, turmeric, again, I've done so many posts on it in the past. It's very, very, very good for you. It's nature's anti-inflammatory, so you don't need to take any sort of other pill. I kind of like to take turmeric. Now, turmeric comes usually in a yellow powder form, so you get the plant and then it's usually ground up into powder, and that's how it's sold in shops. I'll show you the one that I use. It's just an organic turmeric one. I don't know if you can see it there. There you go. To be honest, I'm not too fussed about the brands when it comes to things like these. I just make sure that they've got good quality ingredients. So this one literally has organic turmeric powder and organic black pepper powder. Now, it's good to take it with black pepper because it just helps to be absorbed into your system a lot easier and a lot quicker. But I literally take one pill a day. Again, it's an anti-inflammatory. Where I train a lot, I do get little pains in my joints and stuff. They do become inflamed, so it helps with that. And also it has huge anti-cancer properties too. So again, perfect for someone like me. Now, one of the companies that I love, and I think their products are amazing, is DNAFitnessUK. And they actually make a turmeric oil spray, which I've started using. And it's also amazing. I've done a post on it in the past, and I've kind of started using it again. If you can see there, I'm just going to turn it around for you. So it's basically just turmeric in a spray, and the way it's been made, it's easily absorbed and easy to digest as well in your system. So you get all the benefits from it without having to carry like a container of pills around. You literally just spray it in your mouth and it does the job. So that's quite good as well. So I've started using that again. Sticking with DNAFitnessUK, there's two other products of theirs that I kind of use daily. One is this iron spray here. Again, I've done a post on it recently and it had amazing feedback. It is quite good, just to top up my iron levels, just to help me have some more energy, and there's again so many benefits to iron. And the last supplement that I use every single day is vitamin D. So again, I use DNAFitnessUK's vitamin D spray. I just find it easier. I did used to use vitamin D capsules. Vitamin D comes from the sun, and if you live in somewhere like I do, the UK, we don't see a lot of the sun. So I think they did a study actually, and they found something like over 60% of adults in the UK don't have sufficient levels of vitamin D. Something like that, don't quote me on it, but quite a high level of adults in the UK just didn't have enough. And when I started looking into it, this was years ago, I realised I need some of this stuff in me, and it's been amazing ever since. Like I said, I started off taking the little capsules that I used to get, and they take a while to kick in. I mean, I took them daily for about a month or so, and that's when I really started seeing the benefits to them. I had more energy, my immune system was stronger, I just felt better, my body felt better, it was good for my hair, my nails, my teeth were all a lot better. So it was amazing, and I've stuck by it ever since. And then over the last year or so, I've started kind of using DNAFitnessUK's one. Again, I've done posts about it, It's just a bit more convenient. It's just one spray in the mouth and you've got your daily vitamin D. So it's just a lot easier to carry. You don't have to again worry about having tablets, and I quite like it. It's just easy. So yeah, if you don't take vitamin D, it's definitely something I recommend, especially if you don't get much sunshine in your life. So that's all of the supplements that I take, and I do take all of them pretty much daily. So like I said, it's more health based, it's more for me. Similarly, you need to find what's for you. Everyone's bodies are different, everyone has different health conditions and things, so find what supplements work for you, but try and stay away from the ones I've kind of spoke about and try and steer more towards the ones I've said are better for you. Now before you go, the one thing I really want you to remember and take away from this video, please remember that nothing is going to replace food. Now supplements will never ever replace food. There's nothing better for you than good natural organic food. Please eat everything that your body needs. Don't keep giving it pills and drinks and shakes and all of this. Those are supplements. Like I said at the beginning of my video, they supplement a healthy lifestyle and a healthy diet. If you don't have that in the first place, these things are going to do nothing for you. I hope you enjoyed the video. There's so much more detail I could have gone into, but I tried to keep it as short as possible. If you do want more detailed videos on any of the things I've spoke about, please leave a comment below and let me know. Or if you have any questions about anything that I've spoke about, again, leave a comment below or follow me on my Instagram. It's at DNAFitnessUK. I'm more than happy to answer questions on there. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. It would mean a lot to me, and I'll speak to you guys soon.